What's up, guys? Malcolm here with Benchmark Realty, your Fort Campbell and Clarksville, Tennessee real estate agent. I'm also licensed in Oak Grove, Kentucky, so I can help you there too. Today is going to be a great day because I'm bringing to you a step by step guide on how to purchase a property when you PCS here this year in 2025. Check in. Guys, Malcolm here, your Clarksville real estate agent, and I'm coming to you today because this is a question that I get asked a lot, and I wish I knew this when I moved here back in 2017 and bought my first property. It would have been really helpful. People always ask me, Malcolm, what steps do I need to take in order to purchase a home in Clarksville, Tennessee? Well, I always say, hey, you're in the right spot. I believe that the first step is to talk to a trusted and experienced real estate agent like myself. The reason you should talk to a real estate agent first is because we can lead you in the right direction for all the things that you need to accomplish in order to make this dream come true. So I would say the first step to purchasing a home would be to talk to an experienced realtor like myself. I'm a real estate agent and I work with a lot of local lenders and just lenders in general, so I can help lead you in the direction to find a lender that might best suit your needs. Whether that's utilizing a VA loan, whether that's utilizing a state program like the THDA, or just purchasing a home conventionally, I know multiple lenders that can help you make this dream come true. This step is very important because a lender is going to let you know how much you are pre-approved for and how much house you could actually get. However, just because you're approved for a certain amount does not mean that you need to find a house for that maximum pre-approval amount. The reason I say that is, let's say for instance you get pre-approved for $400,000. Just because you got pre-approved for $400,000 doesn't mean that you are comfortable with that monthly payment that will come along with that $400,000 house. One of the benefits of talking to a lender is you can let them know exactly how much you're looking to spend per month on a mortgage and then backwards plan to figure out how expensive of a house we need to be looking for. If you go to your lender and you tell the lender, I would like to spend about $1,700 a month in mortgage, that lender is going to be able to let you know exactly what price range you need to be in to stay around that $1,600 a month range. So for example, that $1,600 a month may be a $300,000 house. Therefore, I will start helping you look for houses that are in that $300,000 range to make sure that you're comfortable in the house that you're purchasing. Once you get pre-approved for a loan and we know what price range we need to be in, now it's time for us to go and start looking at homes. This is the fun part. Depending on your situation, the time varies on how long it takes to find the home for you. That's why it's very important when you're talking to a real estate agent like myself, you let them know your must-haves, your wants, and your needs, and I'll make sure that every house we look at is pertaining to all those needs and wants that you would like. This also helps us narrow down houses that we don't want because there's so many houses out there. The last thing we want to do is waste time looking at houses that don't fit your criteria. After we've completed the home search process and you found the house that works best for you and your situation, that's when we'll write an offer. When making an offer, it's super important to have a real estate agent that can help guide you through the offer writing process so that we make sure you get the best deal. Currently in our market, it is a buyer's market, meaning that there are more houses on the market than there are buyers looking. Basic supply and demand. So with that being said, there might be some opportunities for you as a buyer to get an even better deal than you could have 2 and 3 years ago. Also, with the interest rates being higher than they were, it's even more important that we try to get the best deal for you to try to bring down that cost. One of the main costs associated with purchasing a home is closing costs. Closing costs is a cost that is incurred by the lender in order to obtain a loan. And it doesn't really matter what type of loan you utilize, all of them will come with closing costs. However, because it's a buyer's market currently, we may or may not be able to negotiate with the seller to have some or all of those closing costs covered in the transaction. That would be pretty sweet. Just for example, the closing cost is typically about 3.5% of the purchase price. So if you did that on a $300,000 house, you could expect the closing costs to be around $10,500. And that is money that is needed to be paid out of pocket at closing. However, like I said, because it's a buyer's market, we may be able to get some or all of that cost covered for you. That would be great, wouldn't it? Once we have submitted an offer and we have negotiated and have an accepted offer from a seller, now you're under contract. Once you're under contract, there are a couple more things that need to be done. Firstly, a home inspection, which is what I always recommend. I always recommend getting a home inspection because I want my buyer to feel very comfortable with their purchase. And the last thing you want to do is go into a home not knowing what's working and what's not working and getting some surprise financial investments later on after you've already purchased the house. We want to get a home inspection to make sure that the house is good to go. We want to check the plumbing, we want to check the electric, we want to check the structure. We want to check everything around the house to make sure that it's good to go and up to your liking before we move forward with this transaction. The cost of a home inspection is anywhere from $300 to $450 depending on what you do. And you want to get that done because like I said, it's super important. As an investor, I purchase homes all the time and I never miss this step. I'm always getting a home inspection so I know exactly what I'm getting into. And if it's something that I don't want to deal with at all, allow myself to remove myself from the deal and find a different home. So after the home inspection is complete, you'll get a report from that home inspector, and you and I will review the report and see what you think about it, see if you want to continue to move forward with the home, see if you want to ask the seller to complete some of the repairs, or if you're okay with doing the repairs that are needed yourself. Once you and the seller come to an agreement, now we're moving forward to the appraisal. The appraisal is ordered by the lender, and it's also very important because we want to make sure that the value of the home is equal or better than what you're purchasing the home for. The lender wants to make sure that they're making a good investment by giving you a loan on this home, so that's why they send out the appraiser to assess the value. Once the appraisal gets back and the lender said that everything is good and the home has met its value, we're now smooth sailing. At this time is where you will talk to the lender and finish submitting all the required documentation in order to make your lender and mortgage package complete. This might include things like bank statements, pay stubs, and taxes from previous years. After you have submitted all that documentation, the ninth step is getting a clear to close. This means that the lender has looked at all of your documentation, approved all of your documentation through underwriting, and said that, hey, all their documentation is good, they're ready to buy a home. Let's move on to closing. The last step is the most fun. That's showing up to the title company, signing the final documentation, and me handing you over the keys to your brand new home. So this was my step-by-step home buying guide. I hope it helped you. I hope it explained a few things on how the process works. It's really a simple process, typically takes anywhere from 30 to 45 days, but that's why it's important to have a real estate agent like myself that can help guide you through this process and make it easy, smooth, and seamless moving into your new home. So if you think you'll be moving here soon or in the next 6 months to a year and you would like some help or have any questions, I would love to be that resource to you. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions that you might have. Please subscribe and hit that like button so you can get more information like this coming in the future. And my contact information is in the description. Thank you guys for checking in. I look forward to seeing you and helping you in the future. Peace.